Most software developers waste hundreds of hours building duplicate applications, maps, and widgets because they treat physical objects like people and hardware as entirely separate databases. Today, we are going to look at polymorphism and the semantic layer and show you how to build unified interfaces that handle different physical assets under a single operational contract. Here we are inside the Ontology Manager. We have two distinct real-world object types that we're going to focus on, the operative and equipment. Logically, they're both physical assets. They both have a name and usually also have a status. If we want to build a tactical dashboard or a map widget, we shouldn't build one version for people and a separate version for gear. We want to define a unified contract. And to do this, we're going to go to the top right, click New, and head on over to Interface. This opens our interface configuration wizard, and we're going to name this interface asset. By creating an abstract asset interface, we are defining a logical contract, and any object type in our enterprise that implements this interface can be loaded dynamically by our downstream applications without needing custom code. So herein we will define our interface properties. These are the shared attributes that our objects must possess to fulfill the contract. And the first property we're going to add would be status, and the second property would be name. So we're going to keep both as a string, and under the hood, Foundry automatically generates backing shared properties. So we're going to click create to deploy our interface. Our interface is created, but it currently has 0 implementations. So let's map our first object. We're going to click create new implementation, and let's select our operative object. And now we want to map the interface properties to our operative properties. And for the status, let's choose the existing status. And for name, let's select the code name. Now let's also implement this for our equipment object. So if we go to status, we're going to notice something, that there isn't a status for equipment. So because this doesn't contain a status column, we're going to instead select create edit only property. This instantly instantiates a write-back container directly in the Ontology. This allows operators to track equipment status in real time on our dashboard without changing our underlying physical database. Let me set the name, and now we click confirm. With both objects mapped, we're going to click save in our top menu bar to deploy our new Ontology configuration. And by designing a polymorphic semantic layer, we can now build a single unified command widget that dynamically renders, tracks, and filters both operatives and equipment under a single clean asset model. Now that our assets are unified, how do we track their historical status changes over time without bloating our master tables? So the next episode, thinking we go ahead and look at object historization and state logging. So I'll see you in the next video.